Round 3 of Klutch Kickers. Follow along and see if our belt issues are fixed or if they're coming back to haunt us. Good morning, everyone, from Klutch Kickers. Day 2 for me, day 3 for the event. We didn't get to come for practice on Friday, but it's competition day. And I'll do a little bit better job of explaining kind of what was happening and where we're at with our rig and everything. Yesterday was a struggle. Just trying to operate under 45 minutes of sleep was not ideal. The best sleep I got was on a roll of toilet paper. So anyway, got our Wild Willies comp cams Corvette under the cover here. Obviously, nice Lickle Molly tent. And yeah, we're going to be pretty much ready to go here. We just got some tires mounted up, and we qualified 17th yesterday, I think, at a 72. I'm pretty satisfied with that, even though it doesn't sound very good, especially considering our standards for how we want to compete and do down here. But that was the only lap I got all day yesterday without throwing the belt off, and there's nothing wrong with the kit or anything like that. We had, I think the biggest issue was the alternator pulley had broken, so the pulley was twisting as we were, or actually rocking back and forth as we were driving on track, and that was letting the belt scoot off of the tensioner and the idler and just throwing it off. So I think that's the issue. When Dirk let us borrow that alternator, it seemed to fix it in qualifying, but that was the only full lap that we got. So no practice, just that one single lap. So for the only competition scored lap of the weekend to be qualifying, I'm satisfied with the 72 or 74 or whatever it was, and qualifying 17th and just make it in the show, because I was not convinced that we were not about to go out there and double zero and be going home last night. So I'll take it. That's pretty much what we've been doing the whole time, is just working on the belts and front drive and all that to get the belt to stay on. You'll also notice I don't have my rig. It's up in, well, it was in Seattle. I drove it down to Utah to hang out with my buddy Brandon Wicknick. It's at his house as we prep for round 7 of FD. So it feels a lot like it did when we were running in Pro-Am, just with open trailer and a few tires and a very, very small hand-carried toolbox. So doing the best we can with what we got, and now it's time to go do a couple laps in practice. Hopefully the belt stays on, and we'll be going right into competition against Matt Schulman. Wish us luck. All right, I'm first up for practice against Ben Hobson. I just noticed I still have my factory rear view mirror. Wonder if I can still call OnStar. Or I wonder if I crash, if they'll still get called automatically. That'd be interesting.
We are ready to put Schulman in the box. Clutch Kickers. Hey, been asked on the for fire safety purposes.
Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We don't have long.
Please say the car, so that fire safety know where to go. Copy that, will do. Judges, jumping back on the line whenever you guys are ready.
What we still did not understand at this point is that the smoke that's coming off that you see here was the belt eating itself on the alternator, so not good. Pretty glad that it broke and we didn't get to run here.
You don't need a fire extinguisher, right? Don't worry about it. Can't tell us what some on accessories. Kirby? Yeah. Okay, so just gonna go. Not hooking, I guess. Yeah, let me look. Only oil? I can't tell. It's not big. Yeah, close the hood. Yeah, close the hood. Close the hood. Close the hood. Andrew! Where's your helmet? Get your helmet. You got it?
Got it?
Well, that was a short video. So we couldn't get the car to start. I did one practice lap, came back around, shut it off to let the car cool off, and went to start it back up. It wouldn't start. Towed it back, tried to roll start it a bunch of times, wouldn't work, and tried. Ended up having to take our 5 minutes trying to get the car to start. We pulled the starter off and checked it, bench tested it, the starter worked, checked the motor, see if the engine was locked up. It wasn't locked up. Finally, when we had everything starting to go back together, we hit the button, we changed the battery, we put Andrew's battery out of his truck into the car, and then when we hit the button, the starter worked. So we put it all back together, put the belt on, roll started it, and it fired back up right at the end of like less than a minute left in our 5 minute call. It started smoking real bad, but we couldn't figure out where it was coming from. Thought it might just be crankcase or a wire burning up or something like that. So we were out of our 5 minutes at that point. We just decided to try and send it. Pulled to the line. I was turning onto the track and the belt broke. Again, been having belt issues, obviously. And I'll show you what ended up happening. So this, you can see a bunch of belt pieces melted on it. This brand new alternator we just put on the car locked up and broke. And the belt just disintegrated itself on top of it. So Tamara tried to tell us to change the alternator. I did not think it was the alternator. Thought it was something else. Obviously, bad call, but yeah, we're out in top 32, so time to load it up, unfortunately. Do a debrief, maybe after I get it loaded up and have some time to think. All right, we just got back from round 3 of Klutch Kickers. A few things I wanted to tidy up. Obviously, our Wild Willies, comp cams, Edelbrock, Liquid Molly, Corvette. Just had a rough weekend, man. It all's due to lack of time and effort. I don't think I could have gone any harder. Me and Andrew could have gone any harder trying to get this thing done and prepped and ready to go. It just ran out of time, bottom line. So unfortunate, but just is what it is. Nothing wrong with the Edelbrock kit or anything like that. Just pulley issues and the alternator locked up, and before that the alternator was the pulley was coming apart, and just stuff we could have figured out if we had more time to work it out, but just didn't. The really unfortunate part about this is the points implications. I don't know where we're going to end up. We were second going in and we went out in 32, and a lot of the guys right on my heels were in the final 4. So I don't know if that's going to put us 5th or 6th or 8th or what it's going to do, but none of it's good. So we got to try and bounce back in round 4. Probably going to be driving the Wild Willies rental car again. So If you hadn't already got the idea, this is a Drift University rental car. I'm just running it in these rounds because my pro car, the Comp Cams Corvette, is out in Seattle. You know, we're still Comp, still our title sponsor for our whole deal. So if you're wondering where that car is, it's out in Utah, waiting and anxiously for round 7 of Formula Drift, but we're not going to have it for round 4 either, so probably going to be running this car. We really didn't even expect to get to run round 3 or 4 Klutch Kickers, so we're excited just to be able to have a car to run. But if you're interested in renting this car for Drift University or you know, any of the other events you've got, that car right there is available for rental. So let us know if that's something you're interested in. The last thing I want to do is give a huge shout out to Andrew. He was our first intern with our company. So he goes to school at Virginia Tech for engineering, came down, did an internship with us this summer, and really appreciate his contribution and having him on the team. And he's headed back up to school now, but really cool having him, and that was a neat experience for me, and I think for him too. Learned some stuff and saw what it's like to be a privateer operation. So hoping to have him out at some other things and come back next year. We'll see. But yeah, that was our event. Thanks as always for watching. If you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll let you know what we do to fix this thing up and make sure this stuff doesn't happen to us again.